With a CNN partner hotel, the world is always at your fingertips. CNN partner hotels, connected to your world. No holds barred.
Out front tonight, hypocrite in chief. So let me just put it to you straight, Senator. Senate Democrats, they're getting their butts kicked.
No nonsense.
Are you simply shooting the messenger because you don't like the message?
Facts first.
How stupid do you think we are? Allies in Washington are covering for him, and they shouldn't get away with it.
Because getting to the truth matters.
The Washington Post went and confirmed the date of that hearing, so you're telling me unless I go back to the time capsule, you're not going to believe it.
Aaron Burnett out front, Tuesday to Saturday on CNN.
I'm Marwa Damon in Idlib, Syria. This is CNN.
An Indianapolis woman claims the appraisal of her home was cut by more than half simply because of her race. Carlette Duffy, who is black, suspected she was being lowballed on the true value of her property on 2 separate appraisals, so she removed pictures of herself and other items from her home and had a white male friend stand in for her during a 3rd appraisal. She watched the price rise from $110,000 to $259,000. Joining us now, Carlette Duffy, and joining her is Amy Nelson, the Executive Director of Fair Housing Center of Central Indiana, a fair housing nonprofit assisting Carlette with her complaint. Carlette, first of all, wow. I mean, this is an amazing story. What made you suspect that something was up, and how did you come up with this plan?
Well, the language from the first appraisal is what really sent red flags up for me. And the language had to deal with, it was talking about COVID, about it being COVID and I should try later. And also talked about the construction quality of my home, and that surrounding neighborhoods, especially those to the south, had superior construction quality. And the neighborhood to the south of me is actually another historic black neighborhood, but that neighborhood has been gentrified. So when I read the, actually I was at a meeting with Amy, and Amy was discussing consent decrees as it pertains to banks, and whether or not they were following what they were ordered to do in the communities of color. And she talked about an appraisal that happened in Florida. And that case was sent to me approximately like the same time by a good friend of mine. And so when I read it, I said, this is something that I have to do.
Amy, you can speak to how often this kind of thing occurs. I do want to mention that you reached out to the appraisal companies that are cited in your complaint from the first 2 appraisals that got you the $110,000.